Joseph, a young gentleman, had made the decision of shifting to Manchester from London because of a job opportunity. He qualified for it, was selected and appointed, and was even expected to be there in a month. But there was one thing that he wanted to finish before he left. He wanted to marry Jessica, his cousin, whom he had long loved, and she did love back equally. So if they get married, the couple could go and settle happily together in their new place. But there was a bit of hesitation from his uncle, who was a very stern man. Ever since Joseph was orphaned as a child, he was raised by his uncle, and therefore Joseph well knew his nature and the kind of man he was. And he also knew that he would never give in to the proposal of marriage. Oftentimes, Joseph was beaten by his uncle if he could not serve him well. But all of that pain, all of that grief would simply vanish if he would be granted this permission. However, knowing the nature of his uncle and foreseeing the probable response, he dared not to ask him so openly, but intermittently, now and then for a minute or so each time, without his uncle ever giving him a firm resolve regarding the matter. This to some extent he did because he knew that once his uncle was to give a word, he would not disobey it, nor let anyone else, and that also made him a person well known for charity. But often still the amount of benefit received from him were in direct proportion to the amount of hardships done in obtaining the benefit. But having started asking, pleading, begging intermittently since almost an year before he got the job, knowing that he could not obtain the grace so quickly, perhaps never at all, he was firmly set to stay on convincing his uncle regarding the marriage and obtaining his permission, so as to legally form the bond and fly away to Manchester as soon as possible. On one particular day, Joseph decides to approach his uncle regarding the matter and to obtain a firm answer at any cost. Little did he know that uncle, in his cabin, seated on his chair, was actually asleep.
There is, there is that old, grumpy, foul plodder. There he is. Today I must face him in the face, be it that he may deny, but I can't stay no longer with this pain in my heart. I must either obtain his permission and fly away from him as soon as possible with my sweetheart, Jessica, or I must choose to reject the job proposal. But then, this old man would set me working in the field. What do I do? I must, I must talk to him.
Joseph approaches towards his uncle.
Uncle, oh, uncle, do you hear? Are you awake, uncle?
Uncle awoke from his deep slumber and turned around to give an irritated glance towards Joseph. He was not in a good mood.
Oh, there, boy, what's your hurry? You're in need of something again? Tell me, and I will not. No, first tell me what you need.
Uncle, I think you will know the air between me and Jessica and what both of us require. We would love to have your grace in having the ceremonies fulfilled, for there stands nothing between. No, for there will stand nothing so benefiting as a young gentleman to carry away, no, to bear away your daughter and her love.
It is not that I do not know what you want to tell me, but hear me. I guess it is too early to spell a decision over this, and
But uncle, it may be too late already. the passion we can bear no longer. And I will say that there is not one man in all of you, England, who is so wise, so virtuous, so generous as you to understand and consider the bond between us. We crave your statement, rather your permission, which none that ever took birth has the capacity to alter in favor of our marriage to be within this week.
Oh boy, how you make me blush. But since you stand so obdurate as to obtain my statement, let me tell you this. You and Jessica will immediately be married once there comes a time when there are 3 Sundays in a single week. And well, this can be this week too. Do you hear? 3 Sundays, one after another in a single week. That will be it. It is my resolve. It is what you wanted. You got it. Now go away. I will speak no longer.
Joseph walks away.
I knew that old porpoise would do something like that. What do I do now? He is immovable.
Jessica eagerly approaches Joseph, who is returning disappointed, to inquire him regarding the matter.
Hey, what did he say?
What could he? What would he have to say other than something that would bury our wishes? Now he says that we are going to get married only when there will be 3 Sundays in a week. Do you understand what he's trying to mean through his crazy demand? He will never let us get united in love.
I have an idea. But wait for now. Since he has given his word, he cannot break it. When time comes, his promise must come to fulfillment. But wait for now. I heard that we will have two guests from abroad to drop in within a few days for lunch, and they will spend the night here before they check in at their hotel. And I know them quite well and where they come from. And also, as far as I know, it's a Sunday. Wait for them, and thereby we will unite.
That day the sun rises and it is Sunday in England. Two friends of the uncle, Captain Roberts, who settled in Alaska as a captain of the Navy, and Jason Wells, who settled in Japan as a cartoonist, fly to London on a vacation and drop by the home of their friend. The event was stipulated for long as a day when the three friends meet for the first time in several years. Now, after reaching there, the three are at the table just before lunch.
Yeah, both of you. Long time seeing each other, isn't it?
Well, certainly it is.
Hey there, Jessica. Do not stand at the door. Come here, meet the guests. And there, boy, you come here too.
They have grown so much in proportions since the last time we visited you. Jessica looks like a fair young lady, and Joseph is a fine gentleman.
Yes, that is true.
Thank you, sir.
It is all his grace.
Joseph said, gesturing towards his uncle.
Well, anyways, what have you both been up to?
Oh, they're in Alaska. Everything is cold. Can you imagine water bottles freezing here in England? But there it is as common as for you folks to experience rain here in London. I sometimes get very tired. Everything is hard here in Alaska. Only one thing keeps us warm though, the warmth of love.
That is what keeps me alive too.
Joseph quietly whispered to himself.
And as if it is too easy out there in Japan, the entire population is such workaholic. Though the place might look like an arcade, working is very strainful. Still, we enjoy a lot. As of now, I have been working on an anime that involves a young man fleeing with his cousin, and
I wish it were me.
Joseph whispered again, somewhat louder than before.
good lord, Joseph, did you say something? And yes, you seem to fit that character well. The one about which I was talking just now. That boy who.
He certainly is at large. I grow suspicious of him.
Is it true, Joseph?
No, sir. How can I even think of giving so much pain to that man who brought me up from my childhood nightmares?
What about some recreation after lunch?
Yes, sir. It is Sunday, and on this day of the week, there is a showcase of cinemas that is better than of any other day of the week.
And they say that today, which is Sunday, they will be featuring a critical acclaimed hit.
Wait, today is Sunday.
Yes, today is Sunday.
No, yesterday was Sunday.
What rubbish! Sunday is tomorrow.
Quite of an argument was about to begin when each of the three friends were trying to insist each other, and to stop it, it was Jessica who interrupted, saying,
Well, Dad, Uncle Roberts, and Uncle Wills. It seems all three of you are correct in your own ways. For you, Dad, who lives in London, today is a Sunday, while Uncle Roberts is still to expect a Sunday tomorrow due to his habituation to time in Alaska, while Uncle Wills, who lives in Japan, already has had a Sunday yesterday. Thus, it is that all three Sundays seem to come together in a week, yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
And uncle, as you promised, that when there be 3 Sundays in a week, Jessica and I will be getting married, and thus this is today.
Aren't you clever?
Good luck, my young master and mistress.
Well then, as I promised, bye. Joseph, come here. And here you come, Jessica. Both give me your hand. Hereby, you have obtained my permission to unite yourselves in love. Joseph, you have won her, and so keep her well. Wish you both a happy life ahead.